All right. First question. Kyle Weatherman put pants up for sale as merchandise. Did you get a chance to buy some for yourself? Hold
I
on.
did not.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay. No, I did not.
Nope. No pants for the crew chief.
No, no, I didn't get any. I got pants on now. I'm not riding down the road naked. I promise.
That's pretty good. All right. Do you think Kyle Weatherman was the guy or the snitch who got us kicked out at Talladega?
Whoever the snitch was. No, I don't think Kyle had anything to do with it.
Who if you had to guess as to who was the snitch that got us kicked out, who would you say it was?
Somebody, I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody said it was Michael McDowell that kind of complained about it.
Who's Michael McDowell?
He's a cup driver. Are you talking about the motorhome incident or the racetrack or the racing thing?
No, the motorhome. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was Michael. I don't know how true that is. I can't not confirm that. But when I see Michael, I'm gonna ask him.
You got to have our back there, Chief, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna find out.
um
The bad thing is it was Mason's motorhome, and Mason only lived an hour from there, and he decided, that he was just gonna go home, and the guys were gonna hang out there, and it didn't work out because there is a rule. There is a rule that says that the driver must stay in his motorhome.
that
So
is such a strange rule.
it is. It is.
But all right. These guys they're kind of obsessed with this Kyle Weatherman. Another follow-up question. Who is the
Yep.
most annoying and careless driver you have come across in your career?
Oh my goodness. There's so many. Annoying and most careless driver. Golly, that is a hard question because they all can be a little careless sometimes. Um, Mike Skinner.
I don't know Mike Skinner, but throw him under the bus.
I did. He's retired. He ain't gonna come whip me.
Nobody can take you out, Chief. You're like a third-degree black belt, right? Something crazy like that.
My kids are black belts. Uh,
Do you like the show Cobra Kai, Chief?
yeah, I do. I like all martial arts, man. Martial.
Oh, no. Oh, you're back. You're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, there I am. I said martial arts is a way of life, man, and I love it. It's great.
It's awesome. Okay, next question. You originally didn't qualify, then started the race in 38th and finished the race an amazing 27 places ahead. What was the craziest part of that magical run this weekend with Mason Massey behind the wheel?
The most magical part was not getting tore up in the madness.
Can you walk us through a little bit, like near the end there was like that feverish kind of sprint for gas, as you were calling, like a splash and dash?
Yeah, yeah. I Everything showed that we should have been good on gas, but I think looking back at it and crunching the numbers a little bit because we ran the high line a lot to keep the car wound up, so we were running a longer distance. I think that's what hurt our gas mileage.
As somebody, obviously, we were listening to you on the stream and then the watch party, and then watching on the thing. That was some high stress situation, Chief.
Yeah, a little bit. I was not thinking we were going to run out of fuel. But like I said, once I got back to the shop and I started looking at the numbers and I started going over things, it made sense.
It's not as stressful as a pilot coming on the air and saying we don't have enough fuel.
you, you're going to find this funny, but a friend of mine owns his own airplane and he flew to Concord, picked us up, and flew me to Pocono one year. And the pilot turned and looked at me and the other guy that was on the airplane with me and says, I don't think they put enough gas in the plane. we're going to stop over here in Virginia at Liberty University and fill up. And I was like, good call.
That's that's pretty high stress. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one, Coach. Okay. Obviously, Denny Hamlin and others were not very happy with NASCAR removing the scoring pylon at Talladega. What was it like for you not seeing the scoring pylon when you got to the track?
I was a little lost because I've been going there since '99 and I'm used to that being there. And I was a little lost. I kept looking around, going, "Okay, where are we at?"
Can you describe, like, to somebody that doesn't know what that scoring pylon is? Can you describe a little bit, like, what that means to
Well, it's easy to see your running position. So on one side on the left-hand column, it's got 1 through say 25 or 30, and then it'll scroll the remaining ones down at the bottom, and it's easier to see that from a distance away of where you're running at the time and what position.
Oh, so like the spotter would have to be like watching the broadcast and you're not seeing the actual. They got rid of that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of them were getting dated, and it was going to cost the racetracks a lot to update those things and to maybe put up some new ones.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I would probably be pretty lost as well. That's got to be tough for the fans, I guess, too. A little bit.
Well, I don't know if it would be or not because of the digital age with everybody having it on their phone, everybody having the apps, sitting in the stands, having their apps. I mean, 90%, I would say, maybe more of the people in the stands are listening on their app, listening on their headsets, and tuning in. So I think it's easier to follow the racing now with the modern age of apps and digital devices.
Gotcha. If you were NASCAR, would you increase the practice times, or do you think that like the lack of practice increases competition?
The lack of practice, I mean, we're always doing things, and I commend NASCAR on their way of trying to save money. The more you practice, the more tires you wear out, the more fuel you burn, the more wear and tear on your engines. I mean, they're always trying to find ways to make it less expensive for the race teams. So I kind of like the shorter practices.
It's a good answer. It's all about the money, right?
Yeah.
Um, all right, we're gonna end this with a couple rapid fire questions here for you, Chief. Um,
Okay.
one thing you love about NASCAR and one thing you wish you could change about NASCAR.
One thing I love about NASCAR is their attention to detail. NASCAR has always been a sport where if something goes wrong, which it does, they're going to fix it. They are going to find an answer for it. And that's the one thing that I really commend them on, safety and the way they run their sport. The one thing I probably wish I could change is the cost of what it takes to do this, because it is a great sport, but it just keeps getting worse and worse. And I, not to say that it's their fault, and we all sit in a room quite a bit trying to find new ways of making this less expensive, but kind of the nature of the beast, I guess you would say that it's a hard thing to do.
Man, that's a good answer. Good answer, Chief. All right, one driver from the current crop of NASCAR drivers that you think has the potential to become a global star, like a Dale Earnhardt or a Jeff Gordon.
So you mean the new up and comer kids?
Correct.
Mason Massey.
Love that answer, Chief. Love that answer. What and finally, if there is one driver in NASCAR history that you got a chance to be crew chief for, who would it be and why?
Well, one of my best friends in NASCAR, I never got to crew chief, was Bobby Hamilton. And I worked with Bobby. I worked for his race teams. And I worked on the team that he drove for and things. But to me, that was probably one of the smartest race car drivers I've ever seen.
I love that. I love that. First, my first NASCAR race I ever went to, my girlfriend's dad owned an interstate battery store, and we saw Bobby Labonte
Okay.
go, right, and
Yep.
he was good buddies with Bobby Hamilton, right?
Yeah, he was, and
Yeah.
Bobby was good friends with everybody. Man,
Okay.
I didn't know anybody that didn't like Bobby Hamilton.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. Yeah. Salt of the earth guy. My
Yeah,
my dad's side in Pittsburgh all loves NASCAR. So Saturdays and Sundays there was a lot of revving engines in the household for sure.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Chief, we appreciate your time, man. Drive safe to Dover. Good luck this weekend. I know the fans just had an awesome time being with you, and I'll see you later today in like, I don't know, 3 hours or so on the big show.
I just wanted to let the fans know they did a great job, man. It was a lot of fun.
It really was. Can't wait to do it
Yeah.
again.
Me, same here.
All right, buddy. Take care, man. Drive safe.
All right.